It's a real treat to have him. Give it up for Mr. Jeff Davis!
Hello from Club Trumpocalypse. You know, if people talk to me at all, and sometimes they do, sometimes they say to me, why don't you do more political material? And I'm like, well, I've learned over the years that half the audience won't know what I'm talking about. Half of this country thinks that Yves Saint Laurent was the night before Saint Laurent. They think Halliburton is Halle Berry and Richard Burton's daughter. They think that European means you're going to the bathroom. Really, whenever you do a lot of political material for an audience, for half of them, they don't get it. And so it's like you're explaining it to a 5-year-old. Once upon a time, there was a president named Richard Nixon, and he thought it would be a good idea to run a criminal enterprise from inside the White House. And that's how we learned that a lot of politicians are crooks, and that's when Daddy started drinking. And then there was a president named Gerald Ford, and he said to Mr. Nixon, it's okay, Dick, you don't have to go to jail, just go to California and leave the rest of us alone. And that's when his wife started drinking. And then there was a president named Jimmy Carter, and he thought it would be a good idea to tell the American people that we were nothing but a bunch of materialistic fame whores who only cared about being rich. And the American people said, to hell with that, we want a president who at least looks like one on TV, so we elected a corporate spokesmodel and B-movie actor named Ronnie Reagan. And he thought it would be a good idea to cut the taxes of the richest people in half. And that's why there's all those holes in the road and why your high school doesn't have a marching band anymore. And he let 25,000 people die of AIDS before he said one word about it. And that's why we didn't have a good Broadway musical for a long time. And then there was a president named George H.W. Bush, and he had a lot of children that we still can't get rid of to this day. And then there was a president named Billy Clinton, and he did a lot of things with people in his office that you're too young to know about yet. And he thought it would be a good idea to send a lot of our jobs overseas to other countries. And that's why the factory closed, and that's why Daddy works at McDonald's. And then there was another president named George Bush, and he was our first mentally retarded president. And he responded to the worst terrorist attack on American soil by invading the wrong country. And he let the banks gamble with all of our mortgages, and that's why we lost the house, and that's why we live here in this motel. And then there was a president named Barack Obama, and he thought it would be a good idea to share the money with everybody like we used to do before Ronnie Reagan, and the rich white people told him that he could shove that idea up his skinny black ass. And that's why Daddy's an alcoholic. And then there was a president named Donald J. Trump, and that's why Daddy shoots heroin into his eyeballs.